Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a video here, so figured I'd make one. I had a little bit of time here this morning. We're putting this together, so that's great. I've had a lot of people ask me about my top on my box. So I figured I'd take a little bit of time this morning and go over that. Basically, when I bought this box, it was just a plain black box with a little rubber mat on the top. I wanted a top, and Snap-on wanted like $1,000 for a top. So I started looking into the tops and what they actually are. I'll show you kind of what I got going on here. And then the underneath side, if you can see that, that's just wood in there. Sorry, it's kind of dirty right now. But it's just a wood. I went and got a piece of wood, cut it to fit the top of my box. Went to my local fabrication shop, bought this piece of steel. It's not very thick. I don't know what he told me it was for thickness, but it's not very thick at all. And had him bend it, all four corners, weld it. Up to that point, I was into it, I think, for $100 between the wood and the steel. And then I took it to, let's see if we can show you the back side here. It fits very well, and I can take it off. This side he had to bend by hand. His bender would only let him do 3 sides, and then this side would, of course, get in the way of the bender, so he had to bend this side by hand, and it got a little, not perfect, but for the price, I'm okay with it. So basically, we just bent steel to where it would perfectly slide over the piece of wood. Then I took it to one of my local body shops. Had him spray this bed liner on here. Now, this was $200 to have this done, and I think it was the best $200. Like the Snap-on ones, I have a few buddies that have them. They seem to be like a hard vinyl lining. This one has actually got a rubbery. It's hard. It's durable, but it's got like a rubbery feel to it. It's almost like a soft. You can tell when you push on it. It's got a little bit of cushion. I've had it on my box now for 6 months, and as you can see, there is one little right there. I was pounding a bearing out of something, and you can see right here there's a ring where it kind of mashed down the texture. But I was really hammering on it, and I shouldn't have been. So all the big stuff I take to, we have these tables, or we have a workbench with a steel top on it over there with a vise. So if I'm going to pound on something, I take it over there. Otherwise, this is basically just a work surface for me. And the nice part about it is if I spill oil or gas or anything on this top, it's kind of difficult to do. But anyways, this does just lift right off. It's easier with 2 people. It's not heavy. I mean, I can carry it by myself, but this will just lift right off of the wood. You can see I'm moving it there. It takes a little bit of force. When I do take it off, again, I am going to take some sandpaper and just sand the wood down a little bit, so that it doesn't fit quite as snug on there, but it doesn't rattle. It's very solid. Very good top, and I'm into it for $300. So that's something for you guys to keep in mind. The guys that want a top, but yet don't want to spend the $1,000 for a Snap-on one. Man, I think this is better. And if you wanted power outlets, I don't think it would be that hard to, before you rhino line it, to have your fabrication shop just build a little box, a little triangle box, like the Snap-on ones have, and wire in some outlets. Your options are pretty much endless when you make stuff yourself. So I just thought I'd just do a quick, give you guys a quick little look at the top. Like I said, I've had a lot of people ask me about it and where I bought it, and is it perfect? No. But for $300, man, I can make 3 of these tops for what one Snap-on one costs. And the Snap-on ones that I've seen, a lot of people have it to where the coating is peeling off in their high, so to speak, traffic areas. I have a coworker or an ex-coworker that his was doing that. I did change the layout of my box a little bit, moved some stuff around, moved all my ratchets back up here, just because when I go to grab a socket, I grab an extension and a ratchet. So instead of having those in different drawers, I just moved them all to one drawer. Not much has changed. I mean, my 3/4 stuff is here. We have a lot of 3/4 stuff supplied by the shop, so I don't buy a lot of that. Pretty much I got, my 3/8 wobbles, or whatever you want to call them. 1/4 inch stuff. Basically all my chrome stuff's over here. Stud pullers, some Torx, and then just all my impact stuff. I got long 3/8, short 3/8, and standard and metric. These I gotta put on a rail yet. Just not a big set, so. Torque wrench, which is kind of little for around here, but it's good for like torquing wheels on that. This drawer really hasn't changed much. These, it's same story. I love them like everybody else does. These I think are an absolute must. These are great, the straight jawed ones. Love those things. I don't think I really. I've got a few things. I think the last video, I had a Matco 1/2 inch gun. I did trade that in, get the Snap-on one. I like that better. I did get a 1/2 inch air ratchet. Good for getting in tight spots. This is a 3/8. Don't ever use it. This is kind of my spare half. It's okay. I did get a 3/4 gun. It's in pretty tough shape. I need to get a new cover for it already. I had one project here right after I got it that was a little rough on it. Believe it or not. That was actually brand new not too long ago. New cutoff wheel. Or one with a Blue Point one. I had that one there. And junk. Other than that, haven't really got anything new. I did bring my bigger inches from home. I gotta add to this, but it goes from 33mm, and these are all just kind of mismatched. This one I got from work. I work at John Deere, so I get a deal on wrenches. So it goes from 33 to 50. But the main drawer is this one. It goes from 1 3/8 to 2 inch. It does skip a few sizes I gotta add in here. But as we go, we'll get those. Those things aren't cheap. this set was cheap, but for as much as I use them, they work fine. It's basically just to hold a nut, you know, and when I use a 3/4 inch impact. So I did bring all that stuff from home. Just kind of moved my personal drawer there. You know, other than that, I haven't really changed much around. Still playing with the whole layout of the thing. You know, basically junk